There's a secret to why most professionals aren't seeing the results they really want and deserve. Most people fail because they consistently fumble moments just like this. No more 100 plus calls a day, no more running out of people to talk to about what you're doing, and no more wasted efforts in spaces with no results. I'm Drew Dockery, and as an entrepreneur for over 20 plus years, I've mastered the art of creating endless opportunities, regardless if it's business or ministry. Join our free community where we can show you how to triple or more than triple your results in 6 months. Hit the link and let us usher you into some new rooms, starting with our C3 community. Hurry up. Your success is waiting on you. I'll see you soon. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Drew Dockery, the Master Connector over at the Connector's Corner, where we build everything on kingdom principles. I'm your host, Drew Dockery. And what I do is, first off, I'm a business coach and an author. And what I do is I show people who sell products, services, or ideas how to not leave money or results on the table by doing 3 simple things. Number 1 is growing your network. Number 2 is monetizing relationships. And number 3 is making proper connections. And like I said, I'm an author. I have 2 books. The first book is called The Connector's Handbook. The second book is called Think Sales, Make Friends, How to Unlock Your Path to Millions from the Second Seat. That's my latest book just dropped. And you should go ahead and cop that. You can go to the website down below at theconnectorscorner.com or connectorscorner.com. Go ahead and hit that link, get that book. You're going to need it. Yeah. So today we're doing something a little different. I am at the local Starbucks this morning. I had a virtual business meeting with a networking group I'm a part of called MNO, Buffalo MNO. We are the Buffalo chapter. And it's pretty dope concept. What I liked about the concept that made me partner is they share all of your content. So you get a hint of the virality aspect of people seeing your content. So the goal is to put out engaging content that's going to pull people who come across it into it, whether they interact, whether they watch the video, the reel, or they like or comment, reshare the post. You just want some sort of engagement, right? And it gives you more opportunity to get that engagement being a part of a group where everybody shares everybody's post. So if you're a business professional of some sort, let's connect. I would love to introduce you to the group and have you as a guest. Have you come through and hang out and chill with your boy on a Thursday morning. You feel me? So today, I don't really have a specific topic today. I really just wanted to come and chat with y'all. I haven't been consistent, and I know that. I've been doing some soul searching to some degree, just really trying to figure out what is the best way to grow the coaching business to the next level. I think I've done pretty well here locally, and I was watching a few different YouTubers that I like to follow. One of them is named Alex Hormozi, and he just dropped a book and made 100, I think when they counted, it was 105 million in a day from a book launch. I gave a bunch of products, a bunch of extra perks. I would love to get a chance to dissect his launch process, but he just spent so much time authentically addressing the market and giving value. Now, he did have a lot of success as one of the owners of School. It's a platform that people use. A lot of coaches use it, but you use it to have subscriptions and bring on students and record product or service information. So he sold the company and made about 40 million. So that's a good start because you can make good headway in the market to be well known even if nobody's heard of school, you got the resources, you have the money and everything that you need to be able to create what I call information flow for my clients. And that's just the art of understanding how to get exposure for your business. But he said one thing that it really grabbed my attention, and it had me look at things in a different perspective. I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm under the weather, y'all. Last week I was sick. I got some sort of virus. I don't even know what it was. I don't think it was COVID. It only lasted maybe 24 to 48 hours, but it sucked. And I'm still bouncing back from it because when I get sick, my allergies kick up. I have all type of different sinus issues, so it becomes a whole thing bigger than just, a flu bug. So forgive me. But that was one of the things that he was talking about was being authentic, learning to be authentic. I've been talking to you guys for quite a few years. Some of you know me in real life. Some of you don't. But I can honestly say I have a knack for turning on a very professional voice. It's me, but it's just a professional me. So what I'm learning, or what I have been doing as of lately, very intentionally making sure I'm communicating in a way that's authentic. So I don't feel like I'm a dummy. I'm definitely not a dummy. Am I highly educated? I've been to some college, getting ready to go through a doctorate or a master's program for ministry. So that's something I feel is pretty dope. But I have to create a body of work to get access to the doctorate program. So that's something totally different. But I think I may just go with the master's first, then do the doctorate later. But anyway, just my education piece. Am I highly educated? No, I'm a little educated. I know a little bit of something about something, you know what I mean? But I do know that I don't come across as fully authentic in certain spaces, mainly because it could be because of race, it could be because of gender. You can't speak to everybody the same. You can't handle everybody the same way. So a lot of that translates when it comes to connecting with different people in the business space. So when I listened to Alex Hormozi, he was talking about allowing people the opportunity to see the real you, being authentically you, pulling them into your world on certain levels, and just building a relationship that way. So it doesn't have to all be so manicured. The content doesn't have to be so manicured. Your posture, your communication, what you wear, how you dress. It doesn't have to be so stuffy or so one-sided or straight-lined. It can be very fluid. So even posting videos, a lot of my videos, I do my best to post them without editing them or taking out information, because I want it all to be there. I want it to feel like we're just sitting down having a conversation, because this would be kind of how we chat if we sat in person and talked. What I'm going to do is, for the next 15 to 18 months, I am going to challenge myself on a very high level. So, hey, I just wanted to share with you what I found from my research. A lot of people fail at what they do business-wise. They don't really challenge themselves. So, Connectors Corner is offering Tiny Challenge now. Dive in, connect, expand your business, blow your business up, and do some of those things that you haven't been doing, and we're going to change your business in the next 30 days. Challenge. Try it out. Let's see what you got. Business-wise, with the authenticity. And a part of my authenticity journey is me bringing you guys in to the process, to let you know what's going on, how we're going about reaching certain goals. And I'm gonna do that while still working because I'm still a part-time worker or bus driver. And I've been doing that for years since I was 21, and it's always given me some flexibility to be able to still move and do what I do business-wise. So, I do it. It is what it is. Simple, easy work. Get a lot of different experiences. But here's the key. What I have talked about in the business space, what I've learned in the business space, I have applied it to working hourly jobs. So the crazy thing is what I teach about information flow and compressing time frames and all that stuff. I've been taught that for years, and I have learned it through network marketing. That was where I learned how to do sales and business. I wasn't a big player in network marketing, but I was blessed to get access to some of the greatest, like Houghton Buggs, David Emenitier, Jared Wilkins, Obina Indu, Dexter Yeager a little bit, but not as much access. Dave Savula was one of my favorites from Legal Shield. He passed away a few years back. But the art of networking and being able to turn networking into sales, being able to do business through your network was what I learned there. Now, taking that to my regular job, I was able to double, almost triple my income at my job, understanding how to compress time frames and negotiate certain moves. And it's an hourly job. That's not the baffling thing for me, though. The baffling thing for me is somebody that I'm friends with, that I kind of showed how to do that years ago, just told me that she did six figures at our job, $104,000 for the year at an hourly job because of what she learned. And I think I'm, right around 50 on average, 50, pushing 60. But the thing is, being able to take something that entrepreneurs use and use it in the traditional space is the reason why I got into business coaching in the first place. I was going through different organizations. Yeah, I was training different sales forces and all that type of stuff. But understanding, certain tactics and strategies on how to excel and get ahead is what qualified me as a business coach. No, I didn't go make millions just yet. Did I create a $1 million business? Absolutely. Did I create a six-figure business? Yes. My first six-figure business, I did it in about 2.5 weeks to 3 weeks. And it would generate six figures over a 12-month time span. And shortly after that, went to another company and ended up creating my first seven-figure business. It was accumulated over a few years. So 2019 was when I realized that it happened. I was getting my numbers together for 2020. So no, I was not a pandemic superstar. And I started my coaching business after the pandemic boom. It was still kind of, people were still doing certain things, but everybody was already outside. So I did it not to really make money, but because I like coaching. I like the aspect of coaching. It's something I love to do. I do it for free. And that's ministry. That's how ministry works. So what I'm doing is, over the next 15 to 18 months, I am embarking on a journey of getting massive exposure for the Connector's Corner. Now, I firmly believe in what I teach. I firmly believe it. I see it happening daily in the business space, as far as the marketplace, and in ministry. I see it happen in both spaces. So what I know and what I've learned isn't just from my personal experiences, but from what I've been taught, what I've been allowed to experience myself, what I've been allowed to have access to see somebody else learn. And then I come from a lineage of ministry leaders or thought leaders who understood a lot of these concepts and never conceptualized them. They're a part of their story, but they never really understood what they were doing and what they had created. So being able to take those tactics and push it into the business space, I was able to kind of transform my life on certain levels. And I'm just looking to help other people do that. So the goal, again, next 15 to 18 months, we are going to expose 1 million people to the Connectors Corner brand. And we're going to be giving away goo gobs of information, goo gobs of knowledge, and doing events, networking events, and connected. So just stay tuned. The best spaces to follow me are on the YouTube, social media, as far as Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Those are the best platforms I use. I am on LinkedIn, but I hate LinkedIn. I get a lot of spammers, a lot of scammers reaching out to me, and it's very annoying. At least some of the other platforms have safeguards. But yeah, that's that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So over the next 15 to 18 months, we're looking to expose over 1 million people to what we do, being the Connectors Corner, being a business coach, being a business consultant, being an author, being in ministry, being a thought leader. And we'll see where it goes. We're just looking to get the information out there. And I know I'm a firm believer in what Zig Ziglar said: if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get everything that you want. That is one of the foundational principles of my business. The other is knowing those who labor among you. That is another foundational principle of my business. Why is that important? Well, that's important because you don't know who you could actually be connecting with that you could help, or you can give them certain tips or strategies to help them change their lives. And being able to do so gives you access to get more exposure. And that is how we're going to calculate how we're going to boldly go after this goal. So from January 1st of 2026 to December 31st, we are going to expose and connect with 1 million people worldwide. Pretty small goal on the scale of looking to get exposure, and a small number on the scale of how many people are in the world. We got 7 billion, 8 billion people on Earth. So 1 million is not even, it's very small compared to that. However, connecting with 1 million people will not only be life-changing for myself, my company, and those connected to it, but it'll also be life-changing for those who we get a chance to reach out and touch by exposing them to the Connectors Corner brand. So I look forward to connecting with a lot of you. You want to make sure you're going to be doing, we're going to be doing networking events, so you want to make sure you're plugged in. Join our C3 community. That's another free space. I'll be putting free trainings and things there, doing business lives. And I want people to kind of jump in, chime in. I want to be able to interview some folks as well for the podcast. So just plug in wherever you can. Let's connect and let's do something big, man. I'm excited about this goal. I feel like the exposure for what we're looking to do for the book, for the company, for the brand altogether is going to be explosive next year. And I would love for you guys to be a part of it and walk this path with me. So I'm going to document it as much as I can through podcasting, video reels, everything. And you'll see a lot about it in the C3 community on Facebook. So I'll put the link in the in the description below. But tune in, man, lock in, and let's see how we can add value to each other and connect and help each other grow to hit our goals this upcoming 12 months. We still got a few months left in the year. 2025 has been a pretty strong year. And we're just looking to duplicate it and take it higher next year and see what the Lord will do for us. So, like I've told you guys all the time, dream bigger, believe better, and expect greater. I'll see y'all over the top. Peace.